Right, we've got lots of transfer gossip to talk to you about. In the break, I was saying to you, what's the deal with Haaland? And I went, no, wait, we'll do it when we're on air, because everyone's... £170 million is, give or take, what the sort of money that Chelsea supposedly are going to slap down on a table. I think that it's a no-brainer if that really is the offer, because I'm led to believe that his release clause is about £60 million next summer, so it's the difference of £100 million. Do you think if that offer is real, that they will take it and he will come to the Premier League next season?
If it is real, that's the question. If they are prepared to commit that much finance to it, and let's not forget, that's before you've taken into account what Mino Raiola wants in terms of agents' payments. That's before you even get to the wages that he would demand on Haaland's behalf. You're looking at well over 200 million here. Now, Dortmund are adamant, or have been, for quite some time, that their plan is Jadon Sancho can go this summer.
Will he go?
I think he will.
Okay.
I think if the asking price is met and it's believed that has come down and it's between 90 million euros and 100 million euros, so bonuses involved in that.
Just quickly, is that money well spent for United if they can get
yes,
to that? Okay.
Absolutely. I said last summer, if they had have matched what Dortmund wanted, which was around about 120 million, I think that would have been a great signing. And I actually do believe that United would have had a better chance of getting through in the Champions League. They would have been closer to City in the Premier League. I genuinely believe that, because I've seen week in, week out for 3 years what that guy can do at club level. He does need, and I think this kind of ties into maybe why it hasn't quite clicked in an England shirt just yet. One of the big things about him is he needs to combine with players. And he needs to combine with really good fullbacks. And if you look at last season, when he had Achraf Hakimi at right back, they were amazing together. Really, really good together. And what Edin Terzic, the coach at the time, did this season is he went, you know what? Let's move him across to the left because he can play with Rafael Guerreiro. On the right, Thomas Meunier has had a nightmare season. It's just not happening. They're not clicking at all. As soon as he went to the left and played with Guerreiro, absolutely superb.
So that will be why United are looking at Trippier then, possibly?
Possibly. I mean, they may have done that anyway because Trippier is a top player and seems to be keen to return to England. So that seems to be a big opportunity. He is obviously a more naturally attacking right back than Wan-Bissaka is. Wan-Bissaka is a great defender, we know that, but he's having to improve that attacking side of his game. So yeah, I think Trippier and Sancho down that right-hand side would be a brilliant combination.
Go back to the Haaland one. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yes. I think it would be audacious. It would be a real statement. It would fill a need that Chelsea perhaps have. Although I do genuinely believe with them, they have so many good options in that front three anyway, that it's not an absolutely essential purchase for them to challenge for the title. I think they're title contenders with or without him. Genuinely. I think that squad, if they didn't sign anybody, I genuinely think that squad right now could push City for the title next season. I do think
they need a big number 9, though.
I think we do need a 9. I think we've got away with it this year. I think he's done brilliantly, Tuchel, to get away with it. But I've seen a lot. Look, and it took a while for Havertz to get going. He had long COVID, and the whole issue. He had injuries at the beginning. He does a job. He does a job.
Yeah.
Does a very good job. I just think to win the title, I think Chelsea need number 9. I think we need. Okay, you mentioned Lukaku, right? Chelsea linking. Put him in there. I think you've got players that can work around him.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. Look, if you add Haaland, then suddenly they're favourites. No question about it. I mean, if it's interesting because he went to Dortmund, there was a possibility of him going to RB Leipzig because he was at Salzburg already. We've seen how many players have moved from Salzburg to Leipzig. If he'd have gone there, they might be the German champions. If he'd have gone to Leipzig, that's how much of a difference he makes. He's an unbelievable player. Now, sorry, the situation with Dortmund is this. What their plan was, Jadon Sancho can go this summer, and the plan is for Haaland to go next summer. And they've done a very German thing, a very fashionable German thing, in saying to him, you can go next summer. We're not going to price you out of a move. We agree that if somebody comes in with this amount of money, which is not extortionate, you can go. But we want you to stay for another year, help us challenge for the league title, help us do well in the Champions League and what have you. And he seems to be okay with that. But the only thing that can change it is if Chelsea go, here is an
What do you want?
unbelievable amount of money. Let's make this happen. And that's when Dortmund have to really seriously
You
think.
said with Sancho, it's worth 80, I think, to 100 million euros, I think you were talking about. See, if Chelsea did put 150 million pounds, I know that sounds extortionate, but you're getting arguably one of the best strikers in Europe, and you're getting him for 10, 12, 13 years. Is it that obscene, the amount of money, 150 million for him?
Look, it's a market. And obscene's an interesting word because it's the same thing with markets. A player is only ever worth what someone else is prepared to pay. And if Chelsea turn up and say, here you go, and Dortmund think they can't resist it, then that will happen.
Will you say that's money well spent or not?
Yes. Yeah, do you know what? Yes. Because you're getting not only a guy who can perform now, but a guy who's going to get even better. And with the talent he would have around him, with guys like Werner and Pulisic and Havertz and Mount and all of those guys, I think he'd be phenomenal. I really do.
I don't want to get too excited just yet. I don't want to get too excited.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.